And we haven't got our sequential key coming in, and that's a required number, so we'll just need to have a look at that. We'll just type 1 and we'll just tab through there. That's all okay. And now we've tabbed over, we've gone to the comments and consultations, tab through there, and then when we go back to the first line we've got our information. You might or might not want to do that. In my particular instance I want to. Right, so let's just come out of here because we've got a problem where our sequential key is not appearing, and what we'll do is we'll shift and double click on that control and change the return to 1. Let's just try that for the moment. Yep. And now we actually get the sequential key come in and I can tab over. Now let me just explain what I did there. If we go back into that control, you'll notice that it was return 0, it's now return 1. So what happens is an event will process before a quick event and another processing. So what happened is it went through and it set this tab order, and then it said don't do anything else, just stop, because I have return 0. Putting in return 1 means that it's going to run through this script, and it's then going to run through any quick events that we might have defined on the system, and then on any other events. So in this particular instance, behind the scenes, it's checking for the next sequential number and dropping that in there. So if you've got other events that you want to fire after your script, put in return 1, and again if you've got any quick events, then put in return 1, and, otherwise it's normally return 0. Right, so that's basically setting the tab order. And as you can see now, if I just tab through, 17 goes down to Mr, forenames, surname, date of birth, updates my age, born today, so no days old, goes through the radio buttons, town, signature on file, happy with all of that, jumps that one, goes to comments, consultations, through the edit table, and then back to the beginning. So it all flows through the form rather nicely now. And that's all there is to setting the tab order in a form with tab controls and everything else. Except that isn't the whole story. I've actually just gone in and messed up my tab order on here. So if I tab through now, you'll notice I go forename, surname, across to date of birth. From date of birth I'm jumping back down here. So what I've simulated here is a situation where you might have added some more controls in your form after it was originally written, manipulated a few things around, and now you find that the first part of your form is fine. It runs through these controls in a nice order, and then suddenly it's jumping around again. So we need to go and fix that up. Now what I can do is I can go back into the Forms Designer, go back into the tool order tabs, and I can click on these 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way through. But let's say you've got a couple of hundred controls. That's just going to be an absolute nightmare to do that. So what I can do is I can say, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, happy with those, 9, 10, 11, that's where it all starts going wrong. So if I do Shift and 11, what that's now told OpenInsight is start the tab order from 11. Then I can go 12, 13, there, 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 and then I can just simply tab through until everything is exactly how I want it again, as I did before. And at the moment here, 20, change those two over, then change this one. And then if I go tools and order tabs and I test run the form again now, then we find we're now back to running through the form exactly as we wanted to. So if you've got a lot of controls on your form, and the first half are okay, you haven't got to reset all of the tabs clicking through each one at a time. A shift and a click tells OpenInsight where to start, and then you can carry on from there. So that really is it for this lesson. During this lesson we looked at setting the tab order in the form and how to make sure that we're on the right tab in the tab control as we're using the tab key to move through the form. Nice, easy, quick lesson, and I look forward to catching you again for another lesson very soon. Thanks for your time today. Bye bye.